All right, everyone. Welcome once again to our Trending Toppings class. Here in September, we are kicking off with a topic about Hunger Action Month. Okay, September is Hunger Action Month. We are going to chat all about that today, what that means, how we as Giant and Martins participate in Hunger Action Month, and what you yourself can do as well to contribute. So let's go ahead and dig in here a little bit more about what Hunger Action Month is. Obviously, it is celebrated here in September and it is noted by the color orange. Okay, as you can see here with my presentation, anywhere you see orange this month is kind of an indication of trying to bring that awareness of Hunger Action Month. And it was an initiation that was started by Feeding America and it's continued to be promoted by Feeding America as well as partners of them. And the idea is that it's going to help raise awareness about food insecurity and how you can take action to help with food insecurity. So some ones that Feeding America recommends, and there is more information about each of these on their website, would be to donate, to advocate, fundraise, as well as volunteer. Okay, so the next couple of slides here are coming directly from the Feeding America website. You can access the links as you can see at the bottom of each slide, but I just wanted to bring to light some statistics from their website about how much hunger really is a crisis in our country. So as you can see here by the first one, 47 million people suffer from hunger in the US, including 13 million children. Hunger touches every US community, including yours. So we're going to kind of look at both sides of the spectrum here, from children to seniors, in the way of how they are affected by hunger. But before we even get into that, just a note, obviously here we are dietitians, and so we want to chat a little bit about how much this hunger crisis can affect nutrition and your overall well-being. So food insecurity, nutrition, and health are obviously closely connected. People facing food insecurity have fewer options for nutritious foods and healthy eating. Poor nutrition increases the risk of health issues like diabetes and hypertension. Food insecurity makes managing a chronic disease even harder, right? So it's all tied together. Everything that we talk about in these classes and all the suggestions that we give, some folks can't bring those suggestions to life because of food insecurity. And today is all about talking how we can help that situation. Okay. So first up, this one always gets me here, just of course as a mom and whatnot, but 1 in 5 children across America don't have enough to eat. And that's really wild to think about, if you yourself are a parent or a grandparent and you think about the amount of kids that are in your kids' class, and 1 out of 5 of them don't have enough to eat. And we've been talking so much this past month about brain power foods for kids, back to school lunches, all of those things. And here we have this hunger crisis in our country that is clearly affecting children. But it's also affecting seniors. I mean, it's affecting everybody, but I'm pulling these statistics here to, like I said, show you both sides of the spectrum. So almost 7 million seniors, almost 7 million seniors were food insecure in 2022. Feeding America's research shows that more than 9 million seniors could be food insecure by 2050. Okay. And 2050 seems so far away, but we are in 2025, right? That's only 25 years from now that we could see an increase of 2 million seniors who could become food insecure. So once again, check out their website. The links are there, lots of information, lots more statistics that you can find out from them. But I'm going to actually take you to one of our websites to show you how Giant and Martins are taking different steps to help with this campaign in eliminating hunger. All right. So let me stop sharing this screen and bring up this site for you guys here. All right. So now you should be seeing a different link. This once again is in the presentation and we can include it in the follow-up email from Giant or Martin's, okay? And this is just going to give you a lot more information about, like I said, the steps that we're taking to help with eliminating hunger. Because we, of course, as a company, believe that no one should be going hungry. And so that's why we work together with local partners, food banks, school districts, and the community to help in this situation. Here we have right from Feeding America, like I said, go to their website, but we are partnered up with Feeding America, and this map right here shows you the different food banks that we help out a lot. So we'll start here in Pennsylvania. You can click each of these and another tab will pop up. So this is the one that is in my area and that I'm most familiar with, the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank, serving more than 144,000 neighbors in need per month. That Giant and Martin's have helped partnered with them. We have another one here. This is Helping Harvest. This is in the Berks Schuylkill area. More than 110,000 neighbors in need every year. Similar to that, a Second Harvest food bank. I can't say bank today. Serving more than 91,000 individuals per year. And then another big one that has been chatted about a lot recently with Giant is Fill Abundance, of course, in the Philly area, if you're familiar with that, serving more than 135,000 neighbors per week. Okay. We started off with Central PA Food Bank being what we serve in a month. The last two were in a year. This one here, 135,000 neighbors in need per week. And recently, there's some information here about an event called Talk Walk, which Jenna was at from our team. And it's celebrated on National Avocado Day, where Giant teams up with avocados from Mexico to donate 50,000 avocados to Fill Abundance. And that day, they do lots of fun things and competitions to celebrate avocados. Avocados being a wonderful thing to be given to a food bank, right? We chat all the time about how they are so heart healthy with those good unsaturated fats. And also fats are very filling too. So if we're talking about food insecurity and not having enough, an avocado can really go a long way in terms of helping to keep someone full. So more information on Fill Abundance's website about that if you're interested. So and then, of course, we have some as well in Maryland with the Maryland Food Bank, serving more than 110,000 meals per day. And also in Virginia here, the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank, serving more than 110,000 neighbors per month. So if you live close to one of these areas, you know about them and you feel so inclined to help out, definitely check out Feeding America's website to learn more about how you can do so with any food bank or heading to our website so you can directly potentially help with some of these. Okay. We've been talking about, we're chatting about this today because September is Hunger Action Month. These are some pictures and some different activities that Giant has been involved in, and things that team members as well as customers like you can help by taking action with donating to our Fill a Plate campaign, donating choice points, which you earn choice points for attending our classes. I will show you how you can donate your choice points if you would like to, as well as rounding up at the register. So when you are at checkout, it's going to ask you if you want to round up, which during this month would be contributed to our local food bank. Okay, so once again, these pictures are over the past year. Another really big one that happened in July of 2024 is that we opened up our mobile food pantry, helping to serve individuals and families across the central Susquehanna Valley. This is Nick right here. If some of you came to our well-being workshop last year, you met Nick. So he is our director. That's in there in the picture with the mobile food pantry. Here's a bit more about our Fill a Plate campaign. So throughout the year, customers and team members, you can collect non-perishable items to contribute to local food banks. So, for example, I believe it was just recently at the York Fair, you could show up with a canned good at the entrance to contribute to things like this. So keep an eye out for different ways that you can donate to the Fill a Plate campaign. Um, Last year, it looks like you customers and team members donated 6,000 pounds of food for the distribution for different communities. So pretty awesome there. Of course, holidays are always a time to be thinking about this as well. We've been donating a lot of things in preparation for Thanksgiving and other major holidays with donating turkeys and hams and all of that good stuff throughout Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. And then going back to that statistic, right, of 1 in 5 children not having enough food to eat, we take that very seriously and wanting to help provide for school-age children as well. So over the last 5 years, the Giant Company's Feeding School Kids Roundup program has supported public districts in addressing childhood hunger in local communities. So through this campaign, customers have donated more than $6.1 million through that Roundup program at the register. Okay, so whenever you decide to round up at the register, it will tell you what it's going for, whether it's a food bank, whether it's a school district. You'll have that information there. So what is that money going towards? Is helping these school districts with any type of outstanding meal debt, expanding their food distribution programs, and supplying extra weekend meals for kids in different school districts who might be in need. Here are some of the school districts so far in 2025 who have benefited from this campaign. As you can see, they are all over the place. Maybe there is one near you where you're at that you're contributing to. So that is definitely wonderful to see those numbers. These are some more results for 2024 in terms of what the customer and team member has accomplished through the company and your donations. The roundup at the register, you can see there a huge number. All of these just different wonderful things that everybody's doing together to work as a team to help eliminate hunger and this hunger crisis. So definitely very appreciative. I want to say that if you yourself are in that book, that you're doing the roundup or any of these other campaigns, on behalf of Giant and Martin's, we definitely thank you. And I'm very appreciative of that. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing there and let's go back to our PowerPoint. We're just going to be jumping all around here with our screens. Okay, so there's that link to the website we were just on. If you want to check that out again later, it's there for you. But how else can you help if you're sitting there thinking about it? What else can you do? We're talking about how can you help? All right, let's talk about some canned good items. As I mentioned, for the Fill a Plate campaign that we do, we're looking for those non-perishable items, and usually our mind goes right to the canned goods, okay? Now, something to keep in mind, though, we talked about how folks who are food insecure, especially seniors, have fewer options to nutritious choices. So if you are thinking about donating canned good products, maybe let's try to do some of the ones that we talk about here in our classes often, because those folks who are food insecure, as we've mentioned, closely related to different health concerns and have a harder time managing chronic diseases like high blood pressure and diabetes. So these items here are going to be our low sodium or no salt added, okay? We have the low sodium and the no salt added in both regular vegetables as well as things like canned beans to get in some good plant-based protein. And one of my favorites I chat about a lot on the bottom left here, the diced tomatoes that have some different herbs and seasonings in there, but don't have salt. So those are always a great one to contribute as well. If we're thinking about folks who might need to be watching their blood sugar, but we're given the canned fruits, always try to do the ones that are in their natural juices or some type of juice rather than even a light or a heavy syrup. Those are going to be more beneficial. As you can see here, all of the products on the screen get guiding stars. Okay, so whatever you have in the way of canned goods is going to be completely appreciated, of course. But if your cabinet is bare of canned goods and you're looking to go grab some to maybe take to the local food bank, these would be good ones that I would suggest. Okay, so now let me stop sharing there. I said we're going to jump all around today. And let's go back here to the website. And I mentioned another thing that you can do is you can donate your choice point. Okay, so just in case you're not familiar as to how to do that, you go to our website. Okay, you need to have an account like with your bonus card, obviously, to be getting those choice points. And if you do, you're going to go to the Giant Choice Rewards, or if you're on the Martin site, going to Martin's Choice Rewards. And we will bring that up here. And you go down and it's going to show you different ways to redeem your points. Okay. So most of us know about the gas savings that you can get with the choice points that you're earning. Maybe some grocery dollars where, we chat about them when we review the circular. You can redeem these points to get free groceries. There's some different special offers. But right here is where you can make that charity donations with your points. So redeem points for a good cause. Every 100 points you redeem is a dollar donation to a supported charity. Okay. So if you have points in your account, you're just going to click down that arrow to decide how many you would like to donate and then redeem. Okay. So that is how you go about doing that if you are interested. Okay, let's go back here once again to the PowerPoint. And so what else can you do? I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is, yes, we're talking about that this year in September, but really keep in mind that you want to try to take action all year long, right? Yes, September is Hunger Action Month. Yes, the holidays are coming up, but really the everyday is coming up, right? The everyday is coming up every day for folks who face this hunger crisis and food insecurity. So keep that in mind in the middle of March when we're not talking about any of this, that there are still kids, 1 in 5 who don't have enough to eat. There are still 7 million seniors who are battling food insecurity. And it's just this crisis in every U.S. community. No community is untouched by it in some form or fashion. Okay, so all things to keep in mind there. Change in tone here a little bit. That wraps up what we're going to chat about today in the way of Hunger Action Month. If you have any questions about that, you can pop them into Q&A. I see that there are a couple I'll address in a moment. But if you enjoy the trending topic classes on Thursdays, I wanted to give you a little sneak peek as to what is coming up for the rest of the month. We have a pretty big one next Thursday. There's a kickoff in the kitchen with Kylene, and Kylene has not been on teaching our classes for quite some time, but she is stepping in that day because all of the rest of the team has events and other commitments. So she is literally taking one for the team and doing a really fun tailgate inspired class next Thursday with a family friendly sheet pan nachos recipe. So it's going to be a great one. She's going to do a fabulous job. Definitely hop on with her next Thursday. The following Thursday, September 18th, Charlotte will be back on celebrating Cheeseburger Day. Okay, let's have a dietitian's take on cheeseburger with a cheeseburger bowl. And then Joni will finish out the month on September 25th with celebrating Better Breakfast Day. Definitely a heavy dietitian talked about topic there. She's going to be making spicy shashuka eggs featuring our partner for this month, which is Simply Potatoes. So all really fun things coming up. I'm getting hungry just thinking and talking about it. going back to the tailgate one on the 11th, if you are all about football foods and that type of vibe and you live in the Altoona area, I will be on Studio 814 Monday morning at 10 a.m. talking all about some different football food tailgate inspirations. So check that out Monday if you're in the area. If not, you can always look on their website afterwards. They post those links. Okay? So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, like I said, and hearing about this very important topic that we're trying to shed more light on and bring awareness to. We really appreciate you taking the time today to hear about that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording and see what type of questions